Well, start off, introduce yourself to people, where we're at tonight, what you've been up to, what we've been doing.
Well, tonight we're at Studio C. It's actually Baritone's event called The Comfort Zone here in Houston, Texas. And it's the release of my new project called, it's an EP called Extended Play. And it's an all acoustic joint.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, how do you explain it to people, this style? Do you call it acoustic hip-hop, country rap, worship rap?
It's funny. It's funny that you asked that. The one word that someone had said to me was it was neo-worship, but because there's other, I also have like love songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just me. I mean, at the end of the day, there's really nothing out there like it right now, and I just kind of play how I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, and you had mentioned, I know, in one of your promo videos about how most of the stuff that people outside of Houston maybe have seen has been your hip-hop side, and this is, those in Houston have kind of seen you do some worship, leading worship and stuff at different events, but this is kind of a different introduction, I guess, for people outside of Houston.
Right, this is basically what you can expect from now on as far as projects, but actually there's more. In fact, early next year, I'll be releasing a thing called cover art. We're going to branch into the secular. We're going to remake a lot of those songs, bring dubstep, jazz, trip, all this kind of bad stuff. So I really don't want to say, hey, this is me. This is my heart. And you're going to see a lot of creativity in the future that will represent the kind of creativity that came from this.
Yeah, another part of your creativity is you do music videos. I know you've done some graphic art and that sort of thing. So how have you liked expanding in those different areas?
Well, actually, if you'd have told me like 3.5 years ago that paying all of this was going to be the video work, I would have been like, really?
Yeah.
I never in my wildest dreams thought I was going to have such a knack for doing video. In fact, I do a lot of corporate stuff. I don't push the the music videos for the artists because really the money's not there. But what I can do is, because I got a lot of corporate work, I can say, hey, the people who don't have quality music videos, come to me and let's work out what you can afford.
Yeah.
Nobody in Christian hip hop should ever have anything less than the best.
Yeah. And did you also come up with your like the photography and the cover art for your own stuff and your own little logo now of holding up the
Actually, there's a couple things. I called up Rosalinda Chapa if you're in Houston and you want quality photos. She's the one. She took the photos. Then here's a little tidbit. You'll never get them to do something for you because we just happen to have, but bless you if you do. Lil Sizzle is actually a graphic artist.
Yeah.
He's more than just a rapper, and he did his thing on it. That's where that came from.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. On this album, you've got a lot of songs about God and girls too. Did you? Why kind of the mix? Obviously, there's kind of a love theme on both sides, but tell me a little bit about what the different topics, I guess, that you.
Well, as I said earlier tonight, one of the things I'm saying is that my actual calling is to expand people's, which is part of the extended play concept, is to expand people's understanding of their relationship to Christ and their relationship to the things of this world, how that affects them. So if you truly put Christ in everything, you will see that Christ's morality, you'll see it shine through in the concepts of what you talk about. You can't, don't just stick to worship, because if you stick only to worship, you're never going to talk about the things that need to be talked about. And love is one of those things. It's nice, it's uplifting, talk of the good things in the world, I believe it says that in one of the scriptures.
But you also talk about some bad relationships too.
That's funny you brought that up. It was really supposed to be funny. Everyone's had bad relationships, so it's called Good For You. I say habitual lying. Oh man, I can't even think about it right now. There's so much going on in my head. But yeah. Everyone's got to talk about those things, but at the end, it's like, it's more of one of those conclusion things. So if you're saying good for you, you got it, but I'm at peace. I'm glad that you got yours. I understand me.
Yeah. And on the album, you even explain and clarify that you're saying habitual and not something else.
Yeah, not the B word, because I noticed that how fast I say it. Some people have asked me, like, did you just say the B word? I said, no. I said habitual.
Yeah. Well, I have a follow-up to that. One of the songs you say, it sounds like you say Obama. You had something of a son and a son of Obama. Is it bummer? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Bummer. Yeah.
Just making sure you weren't getting political.
And I failed.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
And then sinking under. This.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Just making sure you weren't going political on it.
Yeah. Not yet. I'm not pulling a Trey yet.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe.
Where do you see yourself fitting into the Christian hip hop scene in Houston and I guess abroad even?
Well,
or is that even your scene? Yeah.
I had no idea, to be honest. I really don't pay attention. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I really don't pay attention to what other people are doing. But I do know, just from relationships, what people are doing. like this gentleman over there, I know that he's also working on a project because we have a relationship, and that's the only way I know what people are doing. I don't really stay in tune with like the Rapzilla, and it's not that it's not good. Every once in a while, I poke my head and say, "What's going on here?" You know, and I see myself. Well, okay. What someone has called me recently, they tell me, say, hey, we look at you, y'all guys are doing a lot of this or a lot of that, and y'all are the ones that we try to expand ourselves to. And I was like, really? Like, really? I mean, I guess I can understand that, but for me, it still hasn't clicked yet. And as far as I'm concerned, we're all on the same level. And if we can help each other, then we can help each other.
Yeah. Cool. Well, last question. I know you're a big Alabama fan. You're married to a Texas A&M graduate, so you guys have probably had some contentious Saturdays the last couple years.
Last year, when A&M beat Alabama, I had to hear a lot of smack talking.
Yeah.
There was a lot of no talking this year when
Yeah.
that happened. In fact, I had to go watch it myself. She wouldn't see it when she saw what it was like. In fact, where I went, I come in with my Alabama hat on, my thing, like my necklace and everything. I'm Alabama up. And I immediately walk in and said, "You're in the wrong place, buddy." And I was just like, "It's okay. I'm sorry. My wife is an A&M, so it gives me like a pass."
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, where can people find you online?
TrevorLeeTV.com is where you can actually purchase this project and get it mailed directly to you. I believe in hard copies because it's a memory. Definitely go purchase it online and all of that good stuff. I mean, I'm really not big enough to where, that means anything for me. But if you would like to listen to the project and be uplifted, I would gladly appreciate that. As well, at Trevor Lee TV on everything except Facebook, Trevor Lee.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for suffering through. I know you had a cold and fighting sickness and stuff. So
thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.